What's up, everybody? Justin here to do another episode of my wrestling figures collection. I got so many, so I thought why not share them? So here's an old one from, I believe, 1990 or 91. This came out. Maybe there's a year on it. 1991. It says 1991 on it. I'm not a fan of this guy, but when I got this figure, I was only 6 or 7 years old. So here it is, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, there he is. He actually came, see his fist. He actually came with a scissors, like a big scissors that you could put in his hand, but I don't know where the hell it is. It's totally lost. So there's a side of him. His stupid rip tights. I never liked his gear. So anyways, there's Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I don't wish that Brutus gets sick or anything. I just was never a fan of him as a wrestler. Never was. I must have been a fan of him when I was 6 or 7 because I wanted his figure. It's another old school one. It says 1991 Titan Sports and whatever. Shawn Michaels, rocker Shawn Michaels. There's a rocker Shawn Michaels. Sadly, you see this thing in the back of him. I don't get. I guess it's supposed to have them jump in the air when you do this. I don't know if it'll even work. Let me get something to try to see if they'll jump. I doubt it. See if this works. I guess it does work. So anyways, there is the rocker Shawn Michaels. And he had blonde hair, but I tried to paint it black. And his pants are like very light green, but I tried to paint them. So they're dark green. I was stupid as a kid. I was immature trying to paint wrestlers' hair colors, stuff like that. So there's Shawn Michaels, the rockers. Shawn Michaels. Here are some newer figures. Legend Killer, Evolution, Randy Orton Evolution shirt on. This is the Legend Killer Randy Orton. There he is. Legend Killer Randy Orton. There's a newer one. I believe it came out 2015 or 16. Maybe 2014. The Boss, one of my favorite women in WWE, The Boss, Sasha Banks. There she is. There's Sasha Banks, The Boss. Red hair. Now I believe she has purple hair, but it was red at one point. There's The Boss, Sasha Banks. So I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go grab some more. So I'm back. Got some more figures to share. Here's one of my oldest ones. Not the oldest, but it's pretty damn old. It's from 1986. I believe it's from 86. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Old school, one of the first, or some of the first WWF figures is right here. Giant, really tall, and they're rubber, very hard rubber. Their feet don't bend up, nothing like that. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Looks nothing like him, but so what? There he is. The Dragon Ricky Steamboat. So here's another big hard rubber figure that does not move. WCW 1994 Nature Boy Ric Flair figure. There he is. It's kind of dirty, but it's because when I was a kid, I wrestled with him a ton. So there's a Nature Boy Ric Flair. Here is some more like 1990, 91 figures. Even could have came out in 89. I'm not sure, but here's one of them. Rest in peace, Big Boss Man. There's the Big Boss Man. His arms move, everything. Not like the early 80s big figures that were rubber, hard rubber. He moves his body, moves his head. So there's the Big Boss Man. There's the Macho King, Randy Savage. When he became the Macho King. There he is. Purple tights, white boots. There is the Macho King. There's another like 1990, 91 figure. Maybe from it's 89. I'm not sure. Here is Ravishing. Rest in peace. Again, Boss Man, Macho Man, Ravishing Rick Rude have all passed away. Rest in peace. Here's Ravishing Rick Rude. I believe this is like one of the first Ravishing Rick Rude figures. There he is. Actually, his arm can put another wrestler in a headlock like this. Put him in a headlock, and then his arm back and forth. His arm right there punching Shawn in the head. So that's kind of cool. You can do that. Basically, he's just pulsing. Can't really punch much. It doesn't really look like Rick Rude. Just looks like some guy with a mustache and curly hair. There he is. So now here's say came out in 95. It was Series 1. I believe it was part of Series 1. The first WWF figures that Jakks Pacific started making. This is Series 1. Kevin Nash, a.k.a. Diesel. Again, his gear, the name Diesel, wore away. Because I wrestled with it a ton. So there's Diesel. It's a black glove. Said he's really beat up. His gear is wore off. There he is. So, trying to go by the years, like, here's one from, I believe 98, 99, WCW, The Giant. And this figure is a giant. Look how damn big and tall he is. Guys, it's huge. Takes up the whole screen almost. So there is the giant WCW figure. Just look at the size difference. Here's Kurt Angle. Another Kurt Angle figure I got from like 2002, 2001. There's Kurt Angle. Again, doesn't really look like Kurt Angle. But look at the size difference. I mean, look at that size difference. So anyway, here's the giant. Fun fact: this giant figure actually came with a little small Rey Mysterio. I don't know why they made Rey so small. It's not like Rey Mysterio's a midget. The guy's not that small. So here's 1998 figure from WCW, maybe came out in 99. From Wolfpack, Macho Man Randy Savage in the Wolfpack, red and black gear. There's the Macho Man Randy Savage. Red and black bandana. It says Madness on it. It's tight, say NWO right there, and Madness. So there is the Macho Man Randy Savage. Here's a 1999 ECW figure. I collected all figures from all companies that made figures. WWF, WWE, WCW, and ECW all had figures, even TNA. I have some TNA figures that I'll share with you on the future shows. 1999 Sabu figure. He's homicidal, he's suicidal, he's genocidal. He actually has scars. They put scars on his body because the guy really has scars. So there is Sabu. Green pants. I actually have another Sabu figure that came out from the WWE. Put out a Sabu figure with orange pants. This is the original ECW Sabu figure. So now I'm going to go to most of these figures are from this one's from 2001. The next two, the final two, are from 2002. 2001. 6 or 7-time women's champion. Trish Stratus. There is Trish Stratus. Apologize if it's kind of dark, but you could still see her face. So there's Trish Stratus. So here are the final two. Mr. Monday Night, I believe this came out 2002. Mr. Monday Night, Rob Van Dam. Here he is. Again, his gear said RVD, but I wrestled with him a lot. There he is. Rob Van Dam. It really looks like him, actually. Also, the Trish Stratus really looks like her face. So there's RVD. Long ponytail. Final one. I'm going to share with you very generic, plain looking generic gear. I believe this came out in 2003, it says. I believe it's from 2002. Here is generic looking before. He was a doctor of thugonomics. Here's John Cena. Purple and yellow gear. In black boots, yellow. Guy looks like he's part of representing the Vikings, the Minnesota Vikings, with this gear. So there's John Cena when he first debuted, came into the company. He was just wearing this gear. Very generic looking. So there he is. And who would know, who could guess a guy like this in this kind of gear with really not much character until he started rapping on TV. But who would guess a guy that looked like this would become one of the biggest stars in wrestling of all time? Not the biggest. I said one of the biggest. So there's John Cena. I believe I have 2 more John Cena figures of when he started wearing his jean shorts. So there he is. Speaking of John Cena, I just watched that movie he was in again. I decided to rent it. Blockers. Very, very funny. That movie's very funny. Blockers, I recommend you see it. It's damn funny. And Cena does a really good job in that movie. Blockers, the guy's really good in it. Really funny, really entertaining movie called Blockers. John Cena's in it. So, anyways, this ends this show of my wrestling figures collection. I believe this was part 3. I don't know what part it was, but I'll do another one in the future because I probably have 200 to 300 more figures to share with you. Bye for now, everybody.